What's going on, guys? It's your girl, Megan Savage, and I just finished a 3-day water fast. It was absolutely wild because I have been trying to do one of these fasts for so long, but if you know me in real life, you know I have the biggest back. I'm so hungry all the time, and that's not a good thing, but yeah, I wanted to do this fast because I know there's like weight loss to it, which is great, and like there's debloating, but the reason I wanted to specifically do it is I could not say the word right now, and I'm not even gonna try. But pretty much what it does is you reach a certain point where your cells actually start like killing the cancer cells inside of you. So I'm gonna be doing this every single month, and the reason that this time was so good is because I actually met up with someone through a connection, and they said they were doing it and they could walk us through, and it was great. So anyone who wants to learn more about water fasting, I guess I never thought I would say that, go check out my Instagram because I'll be doing it every single month. And if you want to do it with me, I would love it. It'd be so much fun. I'll tell you the exact electrolytes and like everything you need to do it. But yeah, the point of this video today, guys, is I really want to give you some knowledge. Okay, so the video is going to be 26 things, because I'm 26 years old, so 26 things I wish I knew when I was 20. So, and you know what's actually super weird, like if you think about it, 6 years is not a lot of time, but it's also a hell of a lot of time. I'm actually closer to 30 now than I was 18, and it's just it really blows my mind because I don't even like feel older. I just feel like I went through it. But let's get to it. I got my notes here, my chicken scratch. So yes, number one, I wish I drank less. And that sounds so like adultish, but genuinely, like now I'll drink on occasion. And when I mean drink to get messed up. Because a lot of people that I met when I was young, they would never just have a drink to enjoy it. They would literally just do it to get like fucked up, right? And now I really, really wish that I would have spent less money, less time, less energy, damage to my body. Like, guys, I won't get into it, but there's a whole spiritual sense about drinking that it literally just like lowers your vibration. And to be honest, I don't remember like any actually good aftermath when it comes from getting super messed up. I really wish I drank less. And now when I do drink, like even me and my man enjoyed a mocktail because I love the taste of sangria. So we enjoyed a mocktail, 0 alcohol. Honestly, did the exact same thing. And now they're even coming out with those drinks that are alcohol free that make you feel like floating. I don't even know, but I wish I drank less and just focus my time elsewhere. That's what I wish I did. Not that I'm still a huge alcoholic, but when I was younger, obviously we all have our time. Number two, be more mindful of my health. So that sort of goes into the drinking a little bit, but what I mean by that is, for example, I just did a water fast. These are things that I never really thought I would do, and the gym has been such a good place for me now. It's sort of like my fix, to be honest. It's how I know that my week is going well. I do it now mostly for, anxiety, depression, anger. Like I literally feel a huge release when I go to the gym. And there's things like when you're young, and I do mean like 18, 19, even in your 20, like when you're younger, you really don't feel the effects of what you're doing to your body. You don't. And I like, if I already feel this tired, this sore, this just not as good as I once was at 26, imagine what's going to happen in 30 and 40. But here's the thing, I'm glad I did this fast before doing this video, because literally I have never had so much energy in my life. And I'm eating today. I broke my fast last night with some bone broth and some eggs, but like even what I'm putting into my body, like I'm being more aware of it, because it does make a difference. This is a fuel. Whatever the things you touch on your skin, they absorb into you. And it's actually crazy, because I used to get so overwhelmed. Like, what's in this food? What's in this lotion? Oh, there's parabens. Like, I don't know. Like it does, get a little bit, but I promise you, if you take the time to actually look at what you're using, what's good for you, it does make a difference long term. So be more mindful of that. Be more mindful of your health, and go get checked out. Go get checked out. Don't always listen to the doctor. Go listen to like biohackers and stuff. I'm gonna be real with you, but that's a whole other conversation. Number three, I wish I loved myself sooner. I really did, because I made a lot of bad decisions when I was young, and it's not because I was a bad child or a bad young adult. It was simply because I did not think I was worth it. I didn't think I was worth the time, the effort. You know, I tell this to my team and my you know, close friends all the time. When they say, oh, Megan, you used to do this kind of stuff, like what's going on? It's because I literally thought I wasn't going to make it to 21. I thought I was going to be dead before then, because like life was really hard. I was very depressed, and that caught, like, imagine if I said you have 1 year left to live, would you be doing anything different? like, so I just, the moment I realized that, I'm going to give you a tip. I view 3 sides to me. So there's obviously me, but that doesn't count. I view my inner critic. Okay, bad bitch Brenda is what I call her. That's the voice in your head that tells you you can't do something, you're awful, all your friends hate you, your man's gonna leave you, all this other stuff. Then I view my higher self as another person, okay? This is the person I'm stepping into. This is the person that I try to mirror. I don't want to compare myself to anyone else. I want to mirror this person. Then I also view my inner child. That's the person I'm trying to heal. And you have to imagine, like, if you wouldn't say it to a 5-year-old, why would you say it to yourself? Like, why would you call yourself like a dumb bitch or like all these other, I'm swearing so much in this video, but why would you say that? You need to talk to yourself as that person. You know, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to do this. And I'm telling you, it's healing. Like the whole plant, you know, I did a video where I talked about 2 plants. You yell at one and you're nice to the other, one will flourish and one will die. So think of it that way. I just got done talking about the things you put in your body. Words also have a thing. But number 4, your schedule is your best friend. Okay, let me tell you what. Most of the people that I mentor, because I mentor people anywhere from like 18 to 40 to fit, like it's a huge range. Okay, and the biggest thing that I see and what's holding them back is their schedule. You do have time in the day. I guarantee, when people tell me, oh, Megan, I can't go to the gym because I don't have time. Oh, Megan, I can't start a side hustle because I don't have time. Oh, Megan, I can't meditate. I can't, whatever the hell your goals are, you can't do it because you have no time, is a lie. And I know me, I used to say that, you're lying. You're lying, I know you're lying. Hold on, Savannah. So the biggest thing is you need to actually take the time. I took 1 full day when I noticed I was like sporadic and overwhelmed. I took a full day to myself, told my team I was unavailable, and I literally did my scheduling to a T. At this 30 minutes, I'm gonna do this. This half hour, I'm gonna do this. Obviously schedule some buffer time, but like I have a maker and manager day. So this is more for business stuff, but you can do it if you're a student or if you're a content creator or if you're a gym influencer, like whatever the fuck you are. You have to have a day where it's dedicated to doing your stuff that will push your dreams forward, and then have another day maybe for managing. Okay, and we can get more into that. I don't mind making a video about that, or even sending the video that I got the inspo from. It was from Leila Hamosi. If you don't know who she is, look her up. She's absolutely amazing. But I'm telling you guys, your schedule is your best friend. If you leave her alone too long, she'll just hate you. She like you know, you can't leave your friends forever. And the thing is you need to actually do what's on your schedule. If your schedule says an hour making content, guess what? You're making content. If your schedule that says film on YouTube, film on YouTube. If it says go for a walk, take a bath, do your hair, like do that, because you will actually be so freaking surprised at not only what you can get done, but all the time you're wasting, whether it's doom scrolling or playing video games, or, and I'm not saying it's bad. I love playing me some Fortnite, but I will sit down and I will play with the time that I've allotted. And then I can actually enjoy my time because I know everything else is done. So, number 5, stop using perfectionism to mask your insecurities. Perfectionism, literally, I'm sorry guys, it's just an excuse. It literally is just a lazy way out, because you're like, oh, well, it's not perfect, so I won't post it. Oh, it's not good, so I won't do this. Like, the only reason you're trying to be perfect is because you feel like you need to be, but how are you going to get better? Imagine like you were given a bike and you don't know how to ride it, and imagine you're like, well, I don't know how to ride it perfectly, so I'm never gonna get on it. It just doesn't make sense. So perfectionism isn't a real thing. It's just you giving yourself an excuse to not do something. Go out and do it. Next thing, people will forget how you looked, or maybe even what you said, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. Go into this with everything. Be that light in a person's day. Whether it's just simply complimenting them, or, you know, maybe being truthful with them, like whatever it is, just try to be a light. You know, because that's what people really remember. It doesn't matter how you look. Trust. I should do some before and after pictures of what I used to look like. But so number 7, You are not in love with him. You are in love with the idea of him. Okay? I just called a lot of y'all out, called myself out when I was younger. So this will hold you back. And honestly, guys, this can be for you too. If you have some girls in your life where you're like, oh my God, she's perfect, but actually she's really mean and like she just doesn't, she's not feminine at all, doesn't take care of you. And like girls, it's the opposite way too. Like, here's the thing. You need to listen to what they say and what they do, okay? And I'm gonna give you just a quick exercise that I learned. I want you to make a list today of the perfect person. What do they dress? What do they sound like? Like, how do they talk to you when you're upset? Like, everything. Are they ambitious? Are they caring and nurturing? Like, write down everything. And then every date you go on, I want you to go home after and do the check. If they check all the boxes, then yes, pursue something. If not, I don't care if he's handsome. I don't care if he's super rich, because money don't buy everything. And like, I don't care what it is. If not all those boxes are checked, or it's not something that you like, and I want you to make a promise to yourself. If a box is not checked, you need to have a conversation with yourself and decide, am I willing to live with this for the rest of my life? Because it's not fair to that person if 4 years later you become like resentful or angry or whatever, but you agreed to take that off, okay? So that will save you a fuck ton of time, trust me, finding your partner. And if they don't check your boxes, good. Like, move on. There's a billion freaking people out there, and you'd be surprised who you can meet. So yeah. Number 8, go to sleep. Go to sleep. I'm talking, go to sleep, okay? Nothing good happens at night. Nothing good happens at night. Honestly, it fucks you up. Like, I was a night owl, and that's great, but it leads into going out partying or going with mischief, or nothing good happens at night. Go to sleep, because it sets you up for the next day. You should be following your schedule. It's better for your health. There's so many reasons. But there has been so many things I've avoided that are bad because I decided to say, no, I'm not gonna go out 11 o'clock at night. I'm gonna stay at home, do my thing, and go to sleep. I'm telling you guys, I wish I could go back and tell myself this, because most of the stuff that has affected my life negatively happened at night. It's also good for your health. Number 9, never forget it's other people's first time on earth as well. That helps me when I am getting angry or feeling any type of which way towards people. Even your parents, guys. Like, it's funny because I talked about, our age or my age in the beginning of this video, and like I remember I don't really, like, as the birthdays come, I don't feel older, but I am, and it shocks me. And imagine how they feel. It's just a bunch of kids trying to figure it out, it makes you a little bit more humble and understanding. So just remember that this is everyone's first time on earth, okay? And number 10, okay, cool. 2 things that help me with my overwhelming feeling. Overwhelm happens to everyone, all right? So number 1, go outside, go for a walk. Go for a 10-minute walk. You'll be surprised what just stepping outside and getting some fresh air can do when everything is in your face and you're like, like, it's just go outside and take a 10-minute walk. It's not gonna kill anyone. You can do it. It's crazy. Oh my God, guys, look, I actually broke a nail. This snapped backwards at the gym. I'm getting them done tomorrow, but it hurts, okay? Anyways, so yeah, number 1, go for a walk. Number 2, any problem written down is half solved. Please remember that. I'm calling myself out. Please remember that, because anytime I'm like, there's so much going on and I can't fix it and everything is falling apart, and I'm catastrophizing, the moment I write actually what I need to do down is the moment I look at it and go, oh, most of these I can actually do today. And the other one, like, here's the thing. If you write it down and there's something that you physically can't control, maybe you're upset, you're like, oh, it's raining. You can't control that. Scratch that off. Like, you're just gonna have to get over it, be a big girl. But everything else, like, if you can control it, you feel better just writing it down. Most of the time, I have people freak out at me and they're like, Megan, this is going on, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, okay, write it down. And then they come back, they're like, oh. I'm like, yeah, okay, you're fine. So that will help. And also, please remember this. Being overwhelmed is not always a bad thing. Being overwhelmed could happen with a lot of good things happening to you. It's just new. It's just different. So a lot of people think, oh, I'm overwhelmed, I should take a step back. If you take a step back, you will be in the exact same position you'll have always been. And obviously that position isn't good, or you'd be looking for another position. So just keep that in mind. Now, number 11, stop putting your money into short-term happiness. Stop buying things that don't serve a purpose. When I was younger, I spent so much money on dumb shit. And I'm telling you, like, alcohol or maybe weed, or like, so I used to do all that stuff and I stopped and my life has completely changed. I'm not against it like at all, but I'm just saying, like, for me, it wasn't a thing. Yours could be something else. Maybe it's like video games I talked about. But stop putting your money, so much money, into short-term happiness and start looking long-term. Maybe invest. Maybe start investing. Because you want to know what's really great? How about instead of buying that new Apple phone, you buy Apple stocks and then you buy enough that pay you dividends. And now you're getting paid every single month off of money that you put in. Like, guys, not having to worry about your bills or your rent is very nice. It's demure. Okay, very mindful. So don't be doing that, okay? The best investment you can do, by the way, is yourself. The best investment, whether it's your skincare or your health or your mindset, like that kind of stuff, chef's kiss. So 12, if you are waiting on others, you will be waiting a long time. Go on the trip, okay? Start the business, all right? Just do the thing. Like, I hate hearing from people like, oh, well, why didn't you go? You wanted to go to Paris, why didn't you go? Oh, my friend, no one wanted to go with me. Okay, I get it, but why are you going to be without? And that's a big way for resentment to build. And like, even for the business, I've heard people say, oh, I really want to get started, making money online, or starting my own clothing brand, or like whatever it is. And they're like, but my friends don't want to do it with me, or my parents don't want me to do it with me, or like whatever, all over the sun. My brother, sister's cousin's girlfriend doesn't want me to, like, guys, stop depending on other people. Like, stop. Because what would suck is, like, for example, if someone was waiting on someone else's success, but that person was like, my favorite one. I don't want to start doing blank until you see success with it. What? Like, okay, so first off, you have no idea if this person is just making a front on social media or lying or whatever, and then going home and just eating potato chips all day. And you're gonna wait for that person to see success, but maybe you would have started and then 3 weeks later you would have skyrocketed. Why are you basing your success on anyone else? Stop doing that. It's like, it's giving gross. It's giving no. So just don't do it. Anyways, so 13, people come into your life for a reason, season, or a lifetime. Either way, your intentions matter. If you want to be a positive impact, but be okay with people leaving. Because if you are going to get thrown off every single time a person leaves, it's gonna hurt. Like, people literally come into your life to teach you something. And of course, we love our lifers, but just be okay with loving yourself, because you never know who's going to leave. And I don't want you to live in that scarcity mindset. I want you to just be like, oh, I really enjoyed our time together. And you'll notice you'll start glowing a little bit differently. 14, life changes quickly. Be grateful for the good and focus on the 5-second rule for the negative. So what I mean by that, like, being grateful has changed my life immensely. Even doing this fast, I noticed, I was like, wow, I'm so grateful for this water. I'm so grateful for, like, food. But like, it was so nice. It was a good reset. But I feel like a lot of times people forget, like, if you forget what's given to you, you'll end up in the same spot you were. And being grateful will change your complete mindset, because once you start being grateful for the clothes on your back and grateful for the roof above your head, like, everything else will just be a bonus. You know what I mean? And the 5-second rule for the negative. So some people have called me mean about this rule, but to be frank with you, like, I think this has changed my perspective a lot, and it's made me stronger. If the situation is not going to bother you in 5 years, don't give it more than 5 seconds. I understand 5 minutes, okay, whatever. Like, cry about it for 5 minutes and then, like, set a timer, you're on a schedule, and then move on. Because people will let things that are not that big of a deal go on for, like, months. And they could have been in a whole different situation. Because have you ever heard the whole saying, like, bad things happen in threes? That's not actually true. One bad thing will happen and you will extend it to multiple times because now you're bad and everything. You're in a bad mood. Like, guys, it's really not that big of a deal. Does it suck? Yes, but I'll get to another point that will sort of come around with that. 15, you are the user. You are the user. You give life perspective. What do I mean by that? I tell my team this because I heard it from actually someone on TikTok. Love his content. But he was talking about how to beat anxiety, you need to remember that you are the user, because anxiety makes you forget that you're the user. Like, it's a virus, right? So, for example, rain. I love the rain. A lot of people don't like the rain. That doesn't make the rain good or bad. It just makes the rain rain. You give it perspective. For example, babies. You know how you see those videos where like a baby will like bonk his head on the wall and he'll look at the parents, and if the parents start laughing, then he'll start laughing. But if the parents start crying, then he'll start crying. It's because he's programmed to believe what is good and what is bad. And that is what you guys need to work on, rewiring your brain. Because a lot of things, like for example, overwhelm is not a bad feeling. It's just telling you that you're overwhelmed. So that's what I'm trying to say. Rewire your brain and you'll have all the power. 16, good times does not mean money spent. You do not need to spend a buttload of money to have a good time. I learned how to find simple joys in life, and that has helped me a lot. Because here's the thing, if you are sad poor, you will be sad rich. And of course, you've never seen a sad person on a jet ski, but a jet ski only goes for so long. You can't do that 24 hours a day. So I'm telling you guys, like, find little enjoyments. But maybe it's a cup of tea. Maybe it's going for a walk, going to the beach, listening to the waves. Whatever it is, find it, love it, write it down. Have your, what is it? Not oxytocin. I forget what it is, but a happy hormone. Like, go get some. Dopamine. Figured it out. Anyways. 17. What others think of you is none of your business, and be okay with that. You will be a villain in someone else's story. I'd rather it be someone else's than your own. Just remember that. 18, your circle matters. Cut them off. If no one's told you, cut them off. If they don't serve you, if they're not pushing you forward, they're holding you back, there's no such thing as being stagnant, they're taking you away from your goals, cut them off. I don't care if they're family, I don't care if they're your best friend from like kindergarten, cut them off. Like, you would be surprised, I've cut people off before, gave them like 6 months to a year, whatever, they've come back a better person and thanked me for it. Cut them off. They are anchors. Your circle matters. If you are the one making the most money, that's awful. If you're the smartest one in your group, that is awful. You want to be the dumbest, poorest person in your group. I'm telling you, you will make more money and be smart and all this other stuff for it. If you're an athlete, you don't want to be the fastest runner, you will go down to their level. I'm telling you. So don't say you didn't know, because now at this point, it's up to you. 19, no matter how angry you are, always tell them that you love them. Leave nothing on the table. And this is, I hold dear, very dear to my heart, because I'll tell you a little bit of a story. My uncle, he had a heart condition, and I saw him one last time before he had his last heart attack, and I didn't really say everything I wanted to say. It was during COVID, so we couldn't really see him. And he called me at 5 a.m. and I didn't pick up. And that was the last call he made. I hold that really hard because you never know when's your last moment. So no matter how angry you are, tell them that you love them. 20, midlife is actually 37. It's not 50. But it feels like 21. So take calculated risks. And what I mean by that is, they did like a study about perspective of life, and the moment you turn like 22, your life actually speeds up in your perspective. So this is why they say stop and smell the roses, all those other things, because guys, I'm telling you, like, it's true. I turned 22, like I still feel 22, and people tell me I'm 26. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it just doesn't make sense. So what I mean by take more calculated risks, I take a lot of risks now, which is great, but obviously the sooner you do it, the more risks you can take without it damaging you. And when I mean risks, maybe it's real estate, maybe it's starting the online business, maybe it's an investment, maybe it's trying out for the Olympics, like whatever it is, you need to do it young, because it's a matrix thing to make you believe that you have like all the time in the world and stuff, and you should party in your 20s. I'd rather give up my full 20s and my 30s to be secure for the rest of my life. And that's a whole other conversation, but I'm telling you guys, I wish I started when I was 18, 19, 20. I started at 24. And it's not long, but I would be in a completely different space than I am now. Now, 21, travel more. Just go, book the trip. I'm telling you, the biggest, like the most perspective I've ever gotten on life was when I traveled. I learned about new cultures, new languages, new foods, how people live. I'm telling you guys, it just go travel more. It's such a priority. And again, it's another matrix thing to believe that it's not. Go out and experience life. It's not meant to be, just survived through. Go live it. 22, everything happens for you, not to you. Everything happens for you, not to you. This comes with being grateful. So I'm sure you guys have heard those videos where they're like, oh, I lost my job. I was so sad and nervous and had so much anxiety, but then the best job ever opened and I make more money now. You wouldn't believe the amount of times that I freaked out. And then whether it's a month or 2 months or even a couple of weeks, time passes and I'm like, oh, that worked out for the better. The universe always has your best interest at heart. Stop going against the current, go with it, okay? And why are you worrying? I get it, because I do it, but why are you worrying? Really sit down, write down your problems and figure out, is this gonna affect me in 5 years? If so, okay, great. How can we fix this? You know what I'm saying? Be okay with saying no. I'm talking to the people pleasers on here. Be okay with saying no. And this is not so much for me. I was always okay at saying no. I'm a Capricorn. But I'm talking about, there's some people that I've worked with. Say no. I don't care if it's your mom. I don't care if it's your siblings. I don't care if it's your best friend. Say no. It's okay. Because if you say no when it's true, your yes will matter more. If people know that you will say no because you need to look after who? You. Then they know when you say yes, it's meaningful. And it's just so much better. So start throwing those no's everywhere. Your network is your net worth. I'm sure you've heard this before, but it is so true. It is so true. The amount of information, even about my health that I've learned from networking, it's beautiful. Having a strong network, I would rather, honestly, I wish at 18 I went out and I met people, met business owners and yoga instructors and restaurant people and, travel agents. I wish I went out and met people. Because again, just traveling, it gives you a higher perspective. It's just better. It's so much better. Take that and run. Number 25, build passive income. If you know me at all, that is my brand. Build passive income. If you don't know what it is, there is residual/passive income. What it means is you're getting paid for something that you've done work for in the past. Okay, so I'm still getting paid for work that I did 2 years ago. I'm getting paid every single week. It's the only way that will free you. Because here's the thing: time, when you work for an hourly or a salary, you're sort of capped there. And I'm telling you, the moment you make your old weekly income in a day and you still have the rest of the day to go, there's no going back. You will literally look at jobs that are I only made $200 today. You're gonna be I made that in an hour this morning. Why am I here? Time is so valuable. You no idea when you're out. So learn passive income. It's the only way that you'll be able to free yourself. If you love your job, do it. I'm glad. Congratulations. I do your thing, but you still need passive income on the side because that's how you're gonna be able to build more investments, maybe go travel more, spend more time with your family. And if anything were to happen, I don't know, COVID or something, you are set. And then lastly, fall in love with failure. Fall in love with failure. I'm telling you guys, the amount of times I hear, oh, Megan, I feel like a failure, or I'm scared to fail, or what if I don't do it right? Good. Do you want to know why? And not to toot my own horn, but do you want to know why I was able to do $250,000 in sales my first year? It's not because I'm smart or I'm prettier or anything. It's really not. I don't want to talk down to myself. I don't feel like I'm special. The only thing is that while one person was sitting there thinking for 3 days on how they should approach someone or how they should do their social media or whatever, I've already done it 8 times. So I now have more experience from it. That's it. That's all. Like, the most successful people in the world have failed tremendously a lot of times. No one knows how many sleepless nights and overnight success took. Like, think about billionaires in your space. Like, even, I don't know, Elon Musk. Do you know how many times he failed before he's doing his stuff? Like, you need to really think of it, because I would be more scared if you were perfect from like the get-go. Because if you were perfect, if anything bad were to happen, you would have no idea how to handle it. So fall in love with failure. If you have a problem with that, I guarantee you that that's the biggest thing that I see of people that are not successful. Oh, what if I mess up? What if you mess up? That's good. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening. This was my YouTube video. I love it. If you want to go follow more of, my behind the scenes, more of my life, please go check out my Instagram. It's at the Megan Savage. Oh my God, I can't even speak. It's at the Megan Savage. It is the only verified account. On my TikTok, it's the same thing. My TikTok's just a little bit more like fun stuff, but the behind the scenes stuff is definitely on my Instagram. I would appreciate if you had any value from this video, I'll like and I'll follow. But besides that, leave any comments of things that you want me to talk about, any questions that you have, and just go out and kill this day. Okay, just go out and kill it. But yeah, besides that, guys, you are savage, not average, and I'll see you next time.